A massive tornado was spotted in the Clayton area of St. Louis in Missouri on Friday. The National Weather Service issued tornado warnings for several counties across Missouri and New Jersey. Locals and storm chasers posted videos of the twister on social media, warning others. Meanwhile, the National Weather Service, NWS, issued multiple tornado warnings for southeastern Missouri on Friday, as severe thunderstorms unleashed confirmed tornadoes and dangerous conditions across several counties. The warnings, effective until 3:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time, covered southeastern Iron, southern Madison, southwestern Bollinger, northeastern Wayne, southern Crawford, and western Washington counties, impacting communities such as Marquand, Saco, Steelville, and Lodi. Residents were urged to seek immediate shelter due to the threat of damaging tornadoes, flying debris, and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. At least 4 people were killed and 10 others were injured Friday after a storm caused significant damage in the St. Louis metro area.
No question about it, y'all.
The storm was part of a system that has millions of people across several states on alert for the potential of tornadoes, damaging wind and large hail.
Build to your left, cave in.
According to a tweet from the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, at least 4 storm-related fatalities have been confirmed. A representative of St. Louis Children's Hospital said the emergency department has received 10 patients because of the storm. One of the injured was in critical condition. The rest were expected to be discharged later Friday. Much of the damage seems to have happened in the University City area, where images of downed trees have surfaced on social media. According to storm reports from the National Weather Service, considerable wind damage was reported along Pershing Avenue in West St. Louis. Local media reporter Louisiana Calms found damage in Clayton, just south of University City. She said she has seen several trees damaged and some trees have fallen on cars in the area. The skies turned green, Rachel, a resident of Clayton, told Calms. The winds started whipping. Then it fell silent, and then you heard what sounded like a train, and everything started falling. According to a Facebook post, the St. Louis Zoo sustained damage during the storm and will be closed through Saturday. All animals are safe and accounted for, and there have been no reports of significant injuries to staff, guests, or animals, the zoo staff wrote in the post. The NWS described the storm as a particularly dangerous situation when the tornado warning was issued that covered more than 1 million people across the St. Louis metro. A funnel cloud was also spotted in Fenton, Missouri, about 20 miles southwest of the heart of St. Louis. It was not immediately clear if any injuries were reported.
All right, so I'm at City.
Radar confirmed that a tornado touched down in the suburb of Clayton or near Forest Park, Missouri, and moved toward the north side of downtown St. Louis. Radar indicated debris was lofted up high enough to indicate that the tornado may have been EF2 to EF3 strength damage. A tornado survey will be required to learn its exact strength. As the tornado crossed the Mississippi River just north of downtown, damage reports began pouring in. Bystanders captured video of the aftermath, including a downtown building with its roof ripped off. Emergency officials reported at least 1 building struck by debris, shattered windows, and numerous injuries, while videos posted to social media showed trees littering the streets and vehicles covered by fallen branches.
Look at the windows and his shit. The windows gone.
City workers reportedly took shelter in the basement of City Hall as the tornado approached, according to local media. Among areas that may have been impacted, based on radar and traffic disruptions, were parts of the Washington University campus, the St. Louis Zoo grounds, and a section of the Metrolink light rail line north of the zoo. Social media posts showed trees in roads and damage to buildings and cars throughout the area. Hail was also part of the storm. There was significant damage on North Euclid Avenue in the Central West End. During the tornado, Aisha Moorhead said she had to open doors to get people to safety.
Trees, cars.
We felt the lights go off, and then the building shook, and then all hell broke loose, said Moorhead, assistant property manager of Roosevelt Town Apartments. Moorhead said the storm was bringing the community together to clean up debris. It feels good to see everyone working together, Moorhead said. Honestly, it's a good thing. It sucks that it had to get to this for us to work together, but it's beautiful to see. More than 115,000 Ameren customers were without power as of 4:30 p.m. Outages also caused Metrolink to stop running the red line between Wellston and Central West End, and the blue line between Maplewood Manchester and the Central West End. Bus shuttles will transport passengers in those areas. The Missouri History Museum announced it was closing for the rest of the day because of the storm. The St. Louis Zoo is also closed for the rest of Friday and Saturday because of damage. A social media post said that all animals were safe and accounted for, and that there were not significant injuries of any staff or visitors. Some businesses and organizations also reported damage, including the Craft Alliance on Delmar Boulevard and the Animal Protective Association of Missouri in Brentwood. The storm also damaged the set for Shakespeare in the park's production of Hamlet in Forest Park. The NWS issued tornado warnings for the metro east and south of Rolla as storms moved through the region. Until the National Weather Service goes out to survey damage, it does not officially confirm there was a tornado or the likely tornado strength, but radar during the storm showed strong rotation and debris, which led to the radar confirmation. Meanwhile, severe storms moved through the Heartland on Friday afternoon into the evening, May 16th. We issued a first alert action day for Friday due to the threat of severe storms. The Scott County Sheriff said he just got to the Van Duser area to assess the damage. Preliminarily, he said they have whole homes gone. People are asked to avoid the southern part of Scott County from Morley to Sykeston. Our crew in Cape Girardeau County found damage to a barn on County Road 343. Thousands are without power throughout the Heartland. Videos of damage from Forest Park, Concordia Seminary, and other popular spots across St. Louis and Clayton surfaced on social media soon after a massive tornado hit the populated Missouri cities on Friday. This comes as several cities in Missouri, Delaware, and New Jersey are under a tornado warning. At least 2 tornado touchdowns were confirmed in the St. Louis region on Friday after severe storms rolled through the area. The latest tornado warning for the region was issued for portions of St. Genevieve County through 6 p.m. Friday night. Earlier in the day, meteorologists confirmed that a tornado touched down in Clayton at around 2:45 p.m. and another touched down northeast of Des Arc at around 3 p.m. The touchdowns came as residents in St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and portions of the Metro East were put under a tornado warning through 3:15 p.m. Tornado warnings were also issued in areas southwest of St. Louis, including communities near Rolla, St. James, and portions of Crawford County through 2:30 p.m. The storms caused damage to buildings and knocked out power to thousands of residents on Friday. The Metro St. Louis area was under a level 4 of 5 for the threat of severe weather, and large hail had been the main concern. But a spate of tornadoes was reported around 2 p.m. There are 30,000 buildings in the city of St. Louis without power and 40,000 in the county. A weather impact alert was issued for severe storms capable of producing tornadoes and baseball-size hail from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Friday. The Storm Prediction Center upgraded St. Louis' severe weather threat level to a 4 out of 5, a moderate risk, on Thursday afternoon's update. Our main reason for issuing a weather impact alert day for Friday is to give you as much of a heads up on the potential of impactful and potentially disruptive weather, the meteorologist said. The greatest, most widespread threat appears to be from large hail. While strong winds and a tornado or two can't be ruled out, hail can have the costliest impacts. The threat of intense winds and tornadoes is greatest to the southeast of St. Louis. Illinois State Police have closed down long stretches of I-55 and I-74 in McLean County as dust storms were causing dangerous, life-threatening driving conditions in central and east central Illinois. Also, high winds led to thousands of customers without electricity in McLean County. According to the Power Outage US website, almost 4,600 customers had no electricity as of 6:45 p.m. Troopers have closed I-55 from South Bloomington to McLean, I-74 from South Bloomington to Farmer City, and US Route 136 from McLean to Hayworth.
Back in the Bob News, you guys listen to the voice.
Motorists are advised to drive with caution and avoid unnecessary travel in this area, said state police in a Facebook post. A dust storm warning was in effect until 6:45 p.m. Friday for portions of central and east central Illinois counties, including McLean County. The National Weather Service said there was near zero visibility with damaging wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour. The dust storm is causing dangerous, life-threatening travel conditions, according to the Weather Service. An emergency manager reported a multiple vehicle accident on I-74 in DeWitt County.
Look at the leaves.
Dangerous and life-threatening driving conditions were reported on I-74 between the Rivian plant in Normal to Oakwood in Vermilion County, and on I-55 from Lincoln to Chenoa. The Weather Service also reported dangerous conditions on I-39, just north of Normal. Motorists should not drive into a dust storm. Pull aside, stay alive, the Weather Service said. There is no safe place on a highway when a dust storm hits. Visibility can be lost immediately, making it difficult or impossible to slow down and avoid stopped vehicles. Delay travel or safely exit the highway before the dust storm arrives.